Warning, this video may contain cussing. I'm not gonna censor it. Yada yada yada. Enjoy. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Bam, and this is a video of ARK. This is a voiceover if you're probably wondering. I recently found one of the best dinosaurs you could possibly find. Literally, probably the most OP monster you could possibly have. The most somewhat hardest to tame, and the most hardest to find. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the Giganotosaurus, or Giganotosaurus, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Either way, this bastard is a strong monster, and that's the last thing you want to fight. It has over 300,000 health. And it kills you practically instantly. This was only a level 10 and whatnot. I practically went AFK when I got killed right there on the pterodon. I got my friend's pterodon killed. But, moving on! The main important thing you have to realize when you're taming one of these things is that you need to have a lot, and I mean a lot, of narco berries or narcotics, whatever. It's impossible for narco berries. You have to have narcotics, which requires 5 narco berries and requires 1 spoiled meat to make 1 narcotic. So you could practically imagine how much. Since it was a level 10, I practically needed around 1,500 narcotics worth. Actually, around 2,000 narcotics worth. The best animal I think is literally the best to use is the mammoth, personally, because 1, the mammoth is fast. 2, the mammoth's stamina is very good, so it will be very good at, practically collecting and moving around a lot. And plus, on the good side, it gets a lot what it needs to, and not only that, but it gets what, this is kind of off topic because we're talking about the damn Giga, but other than that, you can see that, it's really easy to use the mammoth. And it's more simple than using a Bronto. So if you're wondering what's literally the best thing to use to gather berries, go for a mammoth. The reason why I didn't really choose a Bronto for this area, for this type of work, is because we're not in the best spot. So yeah, my best advice to give you is taking a mammoth, because they are very fast at gathering. As you can see here, I'm gathering berries in a matter of seconds. Just seconds of gathering many berries, and the process took me about 30 minutes to get as much as narcotics as I needed for the Giga, and I got around 700 to 1,500. The deadline I brought was 1,500, but I made 2-way trips as well. I made, I think, second way trip with a first way trip with 500 narcotics, and the other one with practically 700. Or practically, actually 1,000. Yeah, it was a lot. I did a lot of work on helping with drugging the thing. After I got done with the mammoth, I then went out with my Argentavis to swoop and grab my friend, which is the leader of my tribe, and we went over there to the Giga. Now, as we were just practically hovering over the Giga the whole time for about, 5 minutes, trinking it consistently, probably longer. And my friend, Varank, he had numerous crossbows to bring. So if you're taming a Giga, it's best to honestly have multiple crossbows and a lot of trank arrows, because you will lose effectiveness of your arrows if you do not have your crossbow repaired or have extra on you. So you're going to have a lot of arrows and pretty much a decent amount of crossbows, probably around 8 or 5 to 8 crossbows, but it's best to have someone help you take this bad boy down, and we had that. We was then told by the co-leader that the Giga was on the beach, and I've never seen a Giga run towards the beach whatsoever, but this one did. Apparently, it knew that we seen it, and it started to run. And the thing about this is, we weren't so far away from it, but I'm kind of freaking out the whole time. Why is this Giga on the beach? What happens if someone finds the Giga and possibly kills it? But the funny thing is, I don't think anyone can kill it, considering how strong it is at this point, and they would rather leave it alone, because even if someone was to try to hurt the Giga, at any standpoint, we would still be able to protect it and have enough time to protect it. I mean, 3,000 health. That's 300,000 health. That's practically more than an Alpha Raptor 100 or something. That is very, very insane amount of health. But even though when you tame it, it gets to, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't become as better like it used to be. But when we tame it, you can see how much health it had and whatnot. So we're practically just hovering above it right now, waiting for the other guys, and we're just shooting it with tranks numerously. Just numerous trank arrows. We didn't use trank darts. We used crossbow trank arrows. And we were about here for about 5 to 10 minutes tranking it. Then the last shot brought it down. We got the Giga down, guys. Now we can tame it. But there was saber-tooth tigers or saber-tooth lions or saber. You know what I mean. There's a bunch of saber-tooth down here, so I had to get my bird and straight up mess this ass up. I was like, I gotta beat this pussy up. And then, I practically, yeah. So then, my friend was like, oh, you dropped me in a bunch of sabers, but, he ended up being fine, I guess. I mean, he died, but, yeah, I kind of dropped him where all the sabers were, and he was butt naked. But yeah, it was, you could obviously see how much this Giga has on the health and whatnot. And it's insane. Let's retake a replay look, and let me freeze this shot for you guys. Bam! Look at that. Look at how beautiful it looks. Look at the health. Look at all this. It's insane. And the torpor was literally going down at least 20 per second, probably 100. So here I am practically over at the base making a lot of narcotics as much as possible, because we're definitely going to need some more. And it was literally just eating. It wasn't really eating that much. I mean, if you gave it 20 narcotics, it actually stalled how much it needed. But I kept taking all the narco berries I had. I made sure to go by alphabetical to make sure I get all the stuff I needed. And I had a lot more narco berries on me. And I made so many narcotics, it was insanity. But it was really easy. Honestly, it's not hard to really get the narcotics. The hardest part of all of this is finding it and bringing it down. The easiest part is getting it food, but the hardest part is finding it, keeping it knocked out, and knocking it out. So remember that. There's only 3 things that are hard about the Giga. Other than that, the food shouldn't be a problem at all. Including when you got a very high level Spinosaur. Ours is 120, so this was just a walk in the park. We got so much prime off of it. We had, multiple Spinos to help us out on it. And it was just easy. Right here you can practically see how big this sucker is. Let's take a look on how many narcotics we fed it. So far we fed it this many, and my friend had the narcotics I made, and we practically put this much narcs on it. And it's just so much narcotics you need, but you don't really need that much if you're getting a lot of prime. So make sure that you're just hauling ass on getting prime, or you will spend a while there. It wouldn't really take that long. It'd take about 4 hours without prime. It literally took 2 hours to fully tame this bad boy. And the whole, taming was going up pretty fast. But yeah, it was just massive. Overly massive. And you could see how big this is. It's on its side, laying down, it's literally bigger than a Spino. Literally bigger. Just by being on its side. And we were practically looking in its mouth, because look how big that mouth is. It's huge. Look at the comparison of us to this thing. He was inside his mouth. He also ended up, doing some nasty stuff to the Giga. He kind of pooped on it. But you can see, look how big it is. We're literally almost done on taming it. Literally, you see how fast that literally went? That only went like 1 ARK day, couple ARK days. Who knows? Who cares? It was really fast. And we gained 2 levels from it. So yeah, it was pretty practically simple. We had a bunch of campfires around it for the prime meat, because if you know, he's a slow eater. He eats like 40 prime meats if I'm correct. So if anything, we put, you know, prime meats in the fire, we cooked them, and we fed it to him, because even cooked prime meat is still better than regular meat. And if it's better than regular meat, then you're going to have to use it. So remember, guys, if you're taming something, it's best to either, if you can't use prime meat or kibble, but you can get prime meat, make sure you cook that. Have multiple fires around. That way you can cook that prime meat that you get, including when you got so much multiple of prime meat. There he is, guys. Final moments of being tamed. And he's up! He is up! Look how big he is. Massive. Got the dot sign and everything. Look how big and gigantic he is compared to my friend there. He's so huge. Don't mess with the Giga. The Giga will tear your ass up. Look how big he is compared to these Spinos. He's massive. Look at my friend on top of him. He was on top of him while he's being tamed, and now he's all the way. He's all the way on top. He's like, guys, help! If you guys didn't know, the Giga is literally about as tall as the Bronto, so it's literally pretty big. The only thing about the Bronto and the Giga is that it doesn't have a big neck like the Bronto, so, you know, it's not gonna be that big of a neck, but it's literally got the body bigger than a Bronto. Its feet are bigger than a Bronto. Everything's bigger than a Bronto of what the Giga has, and you can see how massive it is. And you're about to see how fast he is too. He is literally the fastest animal you could possibly have. My friend thought he could bring the Giga with him and I get trampled on, but look how fast the Giga caught up to him in a matter of seconds, because it's so look how fast. It was scary. He's like, oh, come on, he's stuck inside of me. The Giga is right inside of me. So we practically got to our base, and look how the comparison of a Giga compared to a Bronto. It's really, really big compared to a Bronto. Probably about, the Bronto is probably about 5 to 7 foot taller. Other than that, it's big, real big. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys are wondering, I ended up going out to get my friend's bird because it was stuck. But yeah, that's practically what happened. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys at all enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really means a lot. If you're new to my channel, please sub. It really means a lot as well. I am Bam. Hope you guys enjoyed this ARK video, and you know, make sure you let me know if you like these videos, and I will, you know, keep doing it. And yeah. So bye. Oh, and also today's my birthday. Give me a cake. You must be new to the channel. Click here.
Do it!
And then click here.
Just do it!
And that's all you gotta do. Yes,
do
click
it!
that button.
What are you waiting for?
Yes. Yes.
Do it!
What the? What? No!
Do it! Yes, you can!
This is bullshit. Why do I have to be out of the screen?
Do it!